thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate all of you.
Thank
Of
you for
course,
having
happy to
us.
be here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So let's deep dive because I've already watched this twice this week, so I have to get a lot out here. So first of all, Mister Brendan over here,
Yes, sir.
where the hell did this story come from, sir? Because this is some demented ass stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like I grew up on The Exorcist, man. That was like one of my primal fears. Like my dad showed it to me when I was like 8 years old, and I've always wanted to do a possession movie. The makeup is extremely hard to pull off. Lucky I have a very talented special effects artist whose birthday it was, I believe, yesterday, which is Tegan over there. Um, and I mean, we sat down and I said, look, I want to go full Exorcist. I want to do it. Um, and I really wanted to make the movie around, how good can we get our makeup? And then everything kind of fell into place. And I think we didn't really want to do a traditional Exorcist movie. We wanted to kind of tie in the Dybbuk box, which is, a cool aspect of lore that we kind of build on. And it kind of, went from there. When you have all the ingredients, you add a little grace to it, you get a really good movie.
Oh yeah, you had story, the makeup team. I'm gonna talk to y'all next because this was some wild makeup. And how long did it take y'all to do this? Because this was part of the story for me.
I think the biggest thing was Grace putting her in her demon makeup, and that was easily, I think, 4.5 hours every single time we had to do it.
That's a lot of time because when it goes into like the flashbacks of the exorcism and stuff, the makeup is just intense. Do you guys have like a system to apply all this makeup?
No, it's just me and my little hands. And basically I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna figure out the fastest way to get this done. So that's the system I use.
All right, so now I got to get to the star over here, Grace. How did you prepare for a role like this? Because for one, the makeup and what you were saying to certain people in this movie was outlandish. Like, how did you prepare for this role?
I think I did as much as I could. I do not watch horror movies, so I was coming in pretty blind. Brendan he had a list of like, here's like an idea. You only have to watch like 30 seconds. And so he sent me a bunch of baby clips of like what he was kind of thinking. And then from there, we just kind of we rolled with it. And he's very upfront and he'll be like, do something different, which is very helpful to an actor.
Oh yeah, because the bed scene at the end is just nightmares are made of. Because as soon as he said earlier about Exorcist, I felt like I was watching Reagan all over again. Like it was nightmarish. Like, how did you say some of the stuff that you say and not laugh about it? Because you were. I'm not even going to say half of what you said on here.
Yeah, it was really funky. I just watched it back with my friends, and it was good to kind of giggle about it because it feels so weird to say. But you gotta go 100% and commit, and then giggle about it later because it is weird to say. And when my mom watched it, she just texted me, "Your slut mother?" question mark.
That is not a conversation that you want to have. I'm just saying. So
Love you, Mom.
so Brendan, back to you. There is two scenes that we have to talk about. The scene with the light switch. How the hell did you pull this off? Because it made me jump out of my couch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that one worked. We've tried to do it a few times with okay results. And this one, I was like, all right, we really got to lock in on this one. So I had Dylan really like right next to me, and the trick to that one is it's kind of interesting because Grace was her shoulders in the shot. It's her POV. The camera can't move. You can't bump the camera at all, or you have to redo the whole thing. So we had to have Kaylee all the way down the hallway, move in a certain way. We had to turn off the lights in a certain way. Grace had to like stand awkwardly next to the camera, and then Dylan's just over my shoulder, and I'm just like, "You think we got it? Is this gonna work?" And I think we did it, and we have like an on-set editor, Jeff, and he was like putting it together. and it worked. But it's tricky because if anything moves, you can't cut it together properly and it's completely done. If there's like different shadows in different areas, the lighting can't move, like no one can move anything. We've done this one in our Shapeshifter movie too, where you duplicate the frame so you get two of the same actor in the same frame, so it looks like a shapeshifter is like interacting with each other. And it's the same thing. You have to mark where that tripod is. The lighting can't change at all. The actors can't change at all. So it's a little bit of a technical shot, but it's fun to pull off. And like that little clip right now is like going viral on Facebook. It's got like 250,000 views in the last 48 hours. So I'm really happy that like people are liking the lights out thing. And it's a whole bunch of comments like, why do you even turn the lights off? Just keep the lights on and the demon won't show up. And I'm like, you got a good point. And I'm like, they're trying to save on the power bill. They just bought a new house. Times are
They
tough.
just moved in.
Yeah.
Like, I watch a lot of horror movies. It's so unhealthy, I get it. But I don't see a lot of that shot used. And the fact that you guys did it so perfectly, kudos to both of you, because I think that is what ramped up the story and how perfectly you guys shot that scene.
Yeah, we get lucky every once in a while.
If that's luck, I need to hit the luck too. The next scene is the mirror scene in the bathroom near the end. That scene alone needs to have a whole movie on it because that was the creepiest part of the movie for me. How the hell did you pull that off? Because I have never seen that in a horror movie.
Yeah, I don't really. I think this one wasn't done with any like VFX work. The other one was done with slicing the screens or just inserting her, the demon girl, in there. I think Grace was down behind the cabinet in this shot. Grace, were you not below Greg in that one?
Yeah, because I think it was supposed to pop in between the blinks.
Yeah.
And then it was changed.
So it was
Like,
that was
that scene
all
alone,
Grace is in there, and Grace is
Just,
very tall.
I think turn the movie up to 100 for me
Yeah,
because
I mean,
you were doing
Grace is
stuff
really-
that I've never seen before.
Grace is tall. We had to hide her behind
Like
Greg.
you and your team are phenomenal.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm dead. My bad. I don't know why my internet is so bad lately, so I apologize. I don't know. I was complimenting Grace and also telling it was really hard to hide her behind the cabinet.
Of course, always when you're complimenting Grace.
Honestly, it is.
Yeah.
Every time I compliment Grace, my internet goes out.
It happened on another podcast. He's doing it on
I know.
purpose.
Is it the demon or is it Grace?
I think he's just Grace.
Grace.
Wow.
He is
Wow.
the demon. Yeah.
Did you hear the disrespect in that? I heard it.
No. I'm gonna sue for likeness.
It's
Too late.
AI.
You signed the contract, Grace. You're done.
So my next question is, how did you cast everybody? Because like one of the parts of the movie is everybody was so perfectly casted.
I'll go off to Dylan and Tegan because I think they did casting on this one.
Might be a good idea. His internet's dying. Yeah, for this one, Stuart, who plays Grace's husband, I'm blanking on his name. Ethan, yeah. We had worked with him previously on a couple of projects, so for him, that was an easy shoe-in. He fit pretty good on that. And then we just kind of watched a bunch of self-tapes for about 2 weeks, I think. Narrowed it down a bit. And then we got down to our finalists. We usually send them out to do like an interview, like a vibe check interview, see if we think that they can handle the kind of shooting that we're doing. Luckily for us, Grace passed the vibe check. She had, who knows how this movie would have ended up. And then same thing with Greg. I think all the other actors were actors that we had worked with. So Ben, Kaylee, Tatum, they all were people that we had worked with in the past. But yeah, our new contestants for this one were Grace and Greg, and we found them online through self-tapes on either Actors Access or Backstage.
Yeah.
Like
And Grace did
everybody
really
was
good
perfect.
also.
Yeah, her audition was creepy enough.
Which was funny because I specifically remember us being like, why is it so hard to find someone who can play a creepy demon?
Hmm.
Well, because there's only 2 defaults.
Yeah.
It's full crazy, just screaming at the camera, or like trying to be creepy. And Grace hit like right in the sweet spot.
It's a lot of the screaming at the camera.
Yeah.
A lot of that in people's renditions of a possessed person.
Well, she knocked it out of the park because I saw a little bit of Evil Dead in her performance. Like, it was very Evil Deadish. So I don't know where, if you are possessed, you're doing a great job.
Thanks.
On
So
the same
my
note
next
with
question.
that- Sorry.
So my next question is, this is probably my important question: is are we going to get a sequel because how this movie ended? Because I need a sequel like yesterday.
Well, with how well it's doing, I'm sure it's on the table. We do have a little bit of a DBS universe going on where we kind of connect the characters in all of our movies. So Grace is actually in another movie that can be considered
He's dying.
He's dying
He's
again.
dying.
He's about to talk about me.
Yeah, he
You say her
actually
name.
is. The
Yeah.
crazy thing is he actually is.
Am I back?
Just say her name and then it'll fix.
Oh my gosh.
Say it 3 times.
Am
Are
I
you back?
I'm back.
You're good.
All right. So there is the actress, I'm not going to say her name because it takes on my internet, was in another movie, and it is kind of considered a prequel to this one. So you might get a little bit of a prequel.
Are we going prequel or sequel with our theory?
Actually, it might be
I
a
think
sequel.
sequel.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's a sequel.
sequel.
So you
I'll
kind of
take you.
wish granted on that.
So I'll take either. I'll take a. How about this? I will settle for a sequel and the prequel. Since y'all talking about both.
There you go.
So before I let you guys get out of here, where can people follow you? Because as soon as we're done, I'm going to edit this and put it out because people need to see this film ASAP.
Who's going
Brendan?
first? Brendan?
Oh, sorry, I lagged out. You can follow us at DBS Films on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. All our old movies are on YouTube, so you guys can go check out our work. And obviously, Evil Follows is on Amazon. A Rent is fantastic. Would be absolutely phenomenal if you guys could do that. A review on IMDb and Letterboxd would also be fantastic. I respond to everybody on Letterboxd. We're looking for feedback. Obviously, we make a lot of movies. We're just trying to get better with each movie. So, obviously, your feedback is super important.
And he didn't die once there.
It's
Yeah,
just once
look at his
that
own
Grace-
stuff.
It's once that Grace
Yeah.
goes out.
Grace? Yeah, you go.
Love. I am Grace Maddox on everything. MADDUX. People are already spelling it with an O. And that's my plight in this lifetime.
Get them. Find them.
Find them.
I go by Cause and Effects Makeup on all of the things. I like to keep it simple.
And Infidel, I don't post very often, but when we're on set, I post BTS on my stories. And then once we wrap, I put everything into a fun little post at the end. So
And Evil Follows is streaming on everything.
Yeah, Amazon helps us out the most.
All right, go buy it on Amazon. I'm gonna go buy it on Amazon. So
I
thank
appreciate
you
it.
all again for joining me. Can't wait to talk to you guys again.
Cool, awesome. Thank you.
thank you.
Thanks, Justin.